Peace, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. All right, so this is a Divine Masculine reading. Basically calling out to the Divine Masculine inner king, right? Let's just say this is an inner king check-in, okay? Now, you guys, every twin is on a different stage of their journey, so take what you need, leave what you don't need, and use discernment, all right? If you triggered, face your mirror, not my comment section. Anything else, my spirit guides? I think that's about it. Okay, so let me set my intentions. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, my true guides, for showing up. I ask that you close the gates to any karmic energies. Protect us as we go through these portals. And so it is. Thank you that this message reaches the right people at the right time in the right places. All right, y'all. Let's see. What's the masculine's current mental state? What's occupying their mind right now? The Death card comes out in the reverse. Now what's happening to the heart? What's their emotional landscape? What feelings have they been avoiding or embodying? The Fool card reverse. The Throne. Their personal power and authority. Where is Divine Masculine currently standing in their divine power? Temperance reverse. The Sword. What must be cut or confronted? What beliefs? Three of Pentacles. And the Flame. Oop. I couldn't get that out, but for y'all, I'm going to read it. Aligned move. What action, shift, or attention will reignite their rise? Okay, where is Divine Masculine power being best directed? And I got the Hangman reverse. So, of course, we know that literally has to do with a shift in perspective there. But I'm going to go ahead, and start from the beginning. I am going to pull some clarifying cards, which I think I'm going to go with Daily Guidance. To clarify, bear with me, you guys. I got a cold, and I'm cold. Alright, so with the Death card coming out in the reverse, we already know what's up, right? So there's something that they're still holding on to that needs to be released. And that's what's occupying their mind, okay? I feel like it has a lot to do about a pattern of thinking, okay? Like, it's like, even when I think of the Hangman reverse, I think about their perspective. It's like it's outdated, okay? So, right now with the Death card in reverse, it's like the masculines and know it's something that they have outgrown. Whether it's mentally, spiritually, or emotionally, they know it's something, but they just haven't released it yet. It's like they're stuck in a cycle that no longer serves them when it comes to that. So there seems to be a resistance to releasing that. I feel like it could be fear or because it's familiar, right? And the masculine is trying to really keep control, and that's why they're holding on to that. And that's why, again, there needs to be a shift in perspective. Most likely the masculine is overthinking the what ifs, right? Replaying endings that haven't fully happened, okay? Or they could be even mentally preparing for some type of loss. Even though it hasn't happened, and it's not saying that it could happen, but it's like, let me prepare myself beforehand. And when I think about that, I think about Divine Feminine also masking vulnerability. Why? Because afraid that there could be an ending, right? Like, that's what the outcome is going to be, an ending. And so it's being mirrored back to the masculine, of course. Okay, so the resistance to transformation is what's clouding the masculine's judgment here. And once they let go of these old thoughts, then the new mindset can rise. And that's when, even like I said, with that last card that comes out in the spread, the Hangman reverse, it speaks about that. So I feel like it could lead up to that. There's a lot of hope for that. Trust me, especially if Divine Feminine is doing exactly what should be done on their journey. Okay, the masculine, it's like when it comes to what they're carrying a lot. It's like a quiet fear. And when it comes down again to fully letting go and taking an emotional leap, they have to be open. Like, it's requiring straight vulnerability, open to love, open to starting fresh, open to be fully emotionally exposed. And they've been playing it safe, but their soul is craving it, but they playing it safe, right? They hiding it. There also could be some type of hidden grief or disappointment or something there that's still causing them to doubt some things on their path, okay, and in this journey, of course. And it's going to require them to literally have this unshakable faith, is what I'm hearing. Unshakable faith. But again, you got to move past the fear. That fear of getting hurt, making mistakes, things like that. That's what's keeping them in this guarded energy. So that is a state of imbalance with the masculines. They could be pouring too much in one area and not into another, right? It has to be some type of balance. Tell me about the Temperance card in the reverse. Their energy could be misaligned, and right now and again, you know, as I spoke about in several other videos, the divine is bringing the twins back into alignment. So this is a time of sacred pause. Like, you got to stop and pause for a moment just to get that balance back. The innocence comes out. And so what I feel like with that card, it has a lot to do with their feelings of guilt. Whatever that heaviness is, I feel like it's surrounding guilt. It could be anger, it could be blame, but it's not allowing them to really fully enjoy that peace in their heart, okay? A lot of them could be impatient or overindulging in some things, and that could be causing some type of inner conflict. It's like part of them wants peace, but again, and what I just heard is like, you know how you punish yourself? Keep replaying these same thoughts over and over again. And that's what's, and I keep hearing, like, I just seen like the Four of Swords. It's like taking that pause, right? Taking that moment of rest so that you can, or so that they can reclaim their power. And that's just what it is. So Divine Feminine is also being called to rest. You got to return back to your center to balance your inner world, to bring that calm. And hey, that's why they are not coming out of, and I want to pull and ask that on Divine Feminine's part, but that's why they're not going through this transformation fully, and they're still pretty much resisting some things here. And it's like whatever must be cut away from their life, they need to confront that. It may not even be necessarily cutting it away. It's just like for confronting it, how they collaborate, how they receive support, and they need to honor their role in their partnership, their sacred partnership with Divine Feminine. And I feel like they're carrying this belief that they have to do it all alone, or if they ask for help, then guess what? That means weakness, and that's not how it go. Not in a divine partnership, right? Because it's a partnership. You hear the word partnership. We work together. It could be unequal efforts, misaligned values, whatever it may be. They're being called to really face their fears of trusting others with their vision or with their heart. And they need to lead with discernment, and it has to be reciprocity. Remember, everything is an equal give and take, right? It can't be one-sided, especially not in these particular connections. But it's like the rise will begin with release. And with this Hangman coming out in the reverse position, is automatically signaling that they've been in a prolonged period of waiting, of sacrificing, or stalling. And now it's time to stop. Now it's time to come out of that Hangman position and stop over analyzing and start moving forward. So the next in line move is going to be for them to act on it.